Today we'll look at how much it costs you doing DIY repairs versus dealership repairs. As you can see, this is a current list of jobs I've done on the 2011 Kia Sorento. I've saved about $4,000 by avoiding the dealership to repair the Kia Sorento. So how did I break down the costs? Welcome to Automotive for Beginners. Today we'll look at if DIY is worth the savings or if you're better off going to a dealership to repair your vehicle. Here you'll see the cost for parts on the Kia Sorento at this point in time. These same repairs can be found on the 2011 Kia Sorento repair playlist here on this channel. I've replaced the front and rear wheel hubs, front and rear sway bar links and bushings, front brake pads and rotors, transfer case and rear differential fluid, transmission fluid, spark plugs, and the coolant. And I forgot the power steering flush. These are repairs any beginner can do over time. It might seem like a lot for someone who is brand new to fixing cars, but starting small and working your way up, you can do all these things if you put in the effort and time to learn. So now let's break down the costs of going the DIY route. In total, I spent about $1,165 for all the parts needed to do the repairs. The front and rear wheel hubs cost me $639.96. The front and rear sway bar links cost me $84.96. Front brake pads and rotors cost $244.72. Gear oil for transfer case and rear differential $41.97. Transmission fluid $72.20. Spark plugs $44.67. Coolant $35.96. The total is $1,164.44, or around $1,165. Not too bad. That's a fair amount of money spent for that amount of work. But what if you don't go the DIY route but take it to the shop instead? How much more will you be paying? Since going DIY doesn't cost you in labor, you'll have to pay labor rates if you decide then to go to the shop. Let's take a look at labor costs. But first, we have to find the labor rates for each job. In total, you'd be looking at a book value of 15 hours to do this job list. So how did I calculate labor cost? Pause on these pages if you need to look at the numbers. For the power steering fluid, I wasn't able to find the hourly rate, so I guess it took me about half hour to flush out the fluid. The number is not exact since I couldn't find the rate, but it's close enough. Since this whole repair list took about 15 hours, we take 15 hours and multiply it by the hourly shop rate. The hourly rate will differ from shop to shop, but I've seen rates from mechanics that go from $100 an hour to $150 an hour. The $150 an hour is what dealerships usually charge, but we all know it's harder to find good quality work for the cheapest rate, so people are usually paying the higher premiums on average to dealerships and crooked mechanics. And the real kicker with parts is that you can expect dealers to charge almost double for OEM parts.
Nope.
Good luck buying economy brands from dealers, you won't really find them there. So worst case scenario, the DIY cost of $1,165 has now skyrocketed to around $5,318.95. Parts would be $2,800 plus labor about $2,250 plus $268.95 shop charge and tax around 11%. So that would be your breakdown cost, which is a difference of more than $4,150 from DIY to dealership repair. Now of course you gotta buy tools to go DIY, which cost money too, but tools for this job list should cost you about $1,500 to start with the basics. You'd still be saving around $2,600 to begin with after you've bought the tools. And if you got family and friends that need to save money on their car repair, now they can come to you and you could earn a few extra bucks that'll pay for your tools in no time. The only thing is that it takes some time to learn how to do the more difficult jobs. But starting out small and gradually working your way up is possible to tackle this job list starting out as a beginner. And this applies not just for Kias, but almost all cars in general. But if you think some of the jobs are too difficult and saving potential of $4,350 isn't worth the trouble, then you're probably better off going to the shops to do your repairs. That way you won't incorrectly install parts on your car that could lead to damage or injury. But if you're serious about repairing cars yourself and saving money, this is for you. It'll come down to whether or not you know how to use the tools for the most part. Anyone can do this just like anyone can wield a knife. A knife is a tool. It's how you use it that will either cause injury or a work of art, like prepping food for a delicious dinner. Which we know that cooking for yourself also saves more money than eating out, but I digress. If you want to learn how to find hourly repair rates for your vehicle, check out the link below. It's an online tool you can use to consult before getting your car repaired anywhere. There you'll find a brief tutorial on how to use this insider tool. It's also helpful for DIY jobs. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe and support this channel on Patreon. This is Automotive for Beginners, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.